Yeah, and I mean that flag is a good indicator of how strong of a wind there is today. So those pop flies are going to be a lot more dicey throughout the game if the wind's going to be like that.
You know, over the weekend I was down at Rensselaer at a softball tournament with my granddaughters, and the wind was just incredible down there. And it was, I mean, what it takes to play in the outfield when the wind is like that is something else, because just judging things can be a very, very tough situation. So, yeah, you're right. Mother Nature could have something to do with the outcome of today's ball game. Okay, we're ready to go here as the warm-ups are over, and we're ready to get this one underway. And the first pitch of today's ball game will be brought to you by Web Printing and JT Shirt Shack of Winamac. And the Warriors will have Kaya Campbell lead off. The second baseman, a 203 hitter on the year, and the first pitch is on that outside corner, strike one. She steps out of the box, looks down at Coach Jenny Belcher, steps back in now. Kaya, a junior, with a smash right up the middle. Oh, grabbed by the shortstop over to first, and they're out. So it goes 6-3, Baxter to Kennedy, and there's one away. Pretty well tagged ball there.
Yeah, that was a very sharply hit grounder to shortstop. Great job there by the Lady Jays getting that first out.
That'll bring up Aubrey Gearhart, the senior pitcher, left-handed hitter, and she smashes one into right field for a base hit. May go for extras. She's going to get two out of it, maybe three. Yes, she's going to get a sliding in there at third. Didn't have to slide, but she gets the triple.
Yeah, no hesitation on the part of Aubrey Gearhart. After she made contact, she was trucking, and I think that the second she dropped her bat, she was thinking about third base, and she's able to get there uncontested. And that was actually a good job of the Lady Blue Jays getting the ball back into the infield, because had you had any kind of hesitation, that would have been an inside the park home run. That's how fast Gearhart was booking it.
And here is a foul off out of play to the right by Alexis Sheets, the number 3 hitter for Winamac, a .531 hitter, 16 games into the year.
That's what you like to see out of your number 2 hitter.
Yeah, here's a windup, the delivery outside, and it goes ball one, strike one. Yeah, Sheets has 21 RBIs this year. Here is the windup, the delivery, and it is in there at the knees, strike two. 1-2. To Alexis Sheets, the junior. And now, Kaminsky, the pitcher, taking her time here.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a delay in the game. Winamac giving out some signals there.
And here is a smash into left field. It is going to be out of here over the left field fence for a home run. Whoa!
2-run shot for Alexis Sheets with Aubrey Gearhart on at third. That gives the Lady Warriors a 2-0 lead here at the top of the first inning.
Wow! That is her, get this, 6th home run of the year. And she doesn't even lead the team. Ella Gearhart, the next hitter, leads the team in home runs. She's got 11. And she's a .526 hitter. Right-handed swinging junior catcher. Just like that, the Warriors are up 2-0. One away. And Ella Gearhart at the plate. Here is the windup and the delivery in there. Strike right at the waist. Kaminsky really bringing it. And this is where you got to shake off what's happened and just focus on the next batter. And Kaminsky shakes off the first call by her catcher. Here is a smash, back, and it is off the fence in left field. A stand-up double for Gearhart.
And that was just a violent stand-up double. I mean, you can probably hear that on the radio. I mean, that was just very strong contact there by Gearhart. Bats working early for the Lady Warriors.
3 hits.
Out of the first 4 batters.
Yeah, 1 away. Here is a wind-up. The delivery foul. Back on a play. Off to the left by Katie Perry, the senior third baseman, a .423 hitter, who has 16 RBIs this year. Left-handed swinger. Here is the windup and the delivery and a smash into center field. Center fielder coming over, makes the grab.
Well, that was a great job, not only making the catch out in center, but then getting the ball back in quickly to prevent any runners from advancing. So a good job defensively there by the Lady Jays.
Yeah, Ciappone out there in center field gets that ball to third base so the runner can't advance any further. And now there's 2 away. Here is the windup and the delivery on the inside corner. Ball 1 to the next hitter is Emma Goodman, the sophomore first baseman, a .404 hitter. Right-handed swinger, slightly closed stance. Here is the windup, the delivery in there to right. Throw over to second. Runner back in time though. Kaminsky. Down 2-0. Trying to get out of the jam to wind up the delivery way outside. Whew, great effort there by Megan Hall, the catcher. Prevents the runner from advancing with a great catch of a wild pitch. Kaminsky, the wind up, the delivery inside. Ball 3-1. To Emma Goodman, the sophomore first baseman. 14 RBIs this year. The windup, the delivery, and a smash foul down the right field line, out of play. Still right 2, so the count goes full at 3-2 to Emma Goodman. Right-handed swinging sophomore. Warriors have 3 sophomores in their starting lineup. Only 2 seniors. Here is a smash. Base hit into right field to bring in another run. And Goodman comes up with the 4th hit of the day for the Warriors.
And we're still in the top of the first inning. Ella Gearhart scoring that 3rd run for Winamac. And Goodman safe on first with a very solid first hit.
That brings up Mackenzie Hines, a sophomore right fielder. First pitch to her is outside, ball 1. 1-0. 3 in, 2 out, 1 on for the Warriors. Here's the windup, the delivery outside again, ball 2. And Kaminsky not happy with herself on that last pitch. Here is the windup and the delivery again outside. Ball 3, 3-0.
Well, I think what she's trying to do is keep the ball away from the inside and the center of the plate, because Winamac has really started to catch fire as she's tried to go across the center.
This time she goes right down the middle at the waist, and it is strike 1, 3-1 to Kenzie Hines, the sophomore. Left-handed hitter. Here is the windup, the delivery, and a smash base hit into right center field. And the runner going to third. The throw down to third. And Hines goes to second on the throw in.
Yeah, Goodman able to make it over from first. And Hines gets on, as you said, at second. And a brief timeout is going to be called, I think, just to dust off home plate.
That's going to bring up Samantha Perry, the sophomore. Sam, a .306 hitter playing in left field. Right-handed swinger. Slightly open stance. Kaminsky's delivery is In there, strike. Breaking pitch right to left. Gets right across the numbers. Strike one. 0-1 to count. 3-0. And here is the foul back into the screen. Strike two. 3-0 the score is what I started to say. With 2 out, 2 on, 3 in. 0-2 the count. Kaminsky. Here is the windup and the delivery. A swing and a miss. Drop third strike. Down to first. And they are finally out of the inning. In the inning, there were 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and 2 left. And so, after a half inning of play, the score is Winamac 3, North Judson coming to bat after this timeout.
Yeah. Judson? Yeah. I never saw him. Somebody just like her boss actually took him like not the phone. Oh, so we're waiting a little bit. The boss. The people from the brewery.
10.
I don't know what who did she go with?
Well, back here in North Judson Sanpere High School, if you could say, with giving up 3 runs in that first inning, it could have been worse for the Jays.
Yeah, it absolutely could have, but they were able to get out of it. If they can get a run here in the bottom of the first inning and have the bats working a little bit, I think they're going to be okay. But one thing the Winamac Lady Warriors are not well known for is being polite to their opponents. So it's going to be an uphill battle for the Lady Jays, trailing 3-0 here. But this is going to be their first trip to the plate, and it's going to be interesting to see. The wind is being consistent now and where it's blowing right to left as we're looking at the field here at North Judson. So, again, pop flies are going to continue to be very challenging, whether we're talking infield or outfield.
Well, the Blue Jays showed some great play in the field under tough circumstances in the top of the first. Okay. It'll be Emma Chambers leading off for the North Judson Sanpere Blue Jays.
Now batting, number 11, Big Mama Chambers.
429 hitter on the year. And the first pitch to her is on the outside corner, strike one. Aubrey Gearhart, the 4.34 ERA. Here is the windup, the delivery, and a swing and a miss. Strike two. Aubrey has 60 strikeouts this year. Here is the windup, the delivery, and a base hit right up the middle.
Great at bat there by Emma Chambers. That was just a line drive to center field. Dropped right in front of the Winamac center fielder, so Emma Chambers on safely with a leadoff single.
Well, that's exactly
now
what
batting,
you were
number
talking
10,
about.
Megan
the
Hall.
Jays needed to get their bats working to answer that first inning call. And the first pitch is on the outside corner, strike one to Megan Hall, the catcher. Megan, a 429 hitter on the year, has 15 RBIs. And she smashes one deep foul down the right field line.
Yeah, good contact on that one, but couldn't keep it in fair territory. But here again, the Lady Jays, very active in their first at-bat.
Strike two. The windup, the delivery, a check swing, ball outside. 1-2. Great eye there by Megan Hall.
I'll tell you what, I love watching Gearhart pitch because she doesn't waste a whole lot of time.
Nope, she sure doesn't. Here's a smash down to the shortstop, throwing to first for the out. That advances the runner, though, to second base.
Now batting, number 17, Cindy Baxter.
My point to that with Gearhart and her being very active in the pitching circle, she knows what she wants to throw and she gets up and throws it. I think that allows her to get into a rhythm regardless of where we're at in the ball game. Not wasting the time, getting the pitch she wants, and just going at the batter.
That brings up Kennedy Baxter, and the first pitch to her is outside, ball one. Kennedy, the freshman shortstop, leads the team in home runs with 3. Right-handed swinger. Here is the wind-up, the delivery, and a swing and a miss. Strike one, 1-1. With one out, one on.
Here you go, Tony.
For the Blue Jays, trailing 3-0. Here's the wind-up, the delivery, and a foul. Off out of play to the right. Strike two, 1-2. Kennedy Baxter, a freshman. Doesn't play like a freshman, I tell you. Straightaway stance, right-handed swinger. Here is the wind-up, the delivery, and a swing and a miss. She struck her out.
Now batting,
So now
number
there's
7,
two away.
Delaney the dump
And
truck
that'll bring up
Kaminsky.
Delaney Kaminsky, the pitcher, the cleanup hitter, who's batting .472 with 12 RBIs this year. She'd like to get another one right here. Here is the windup and the delivery, high and outside, ball one. You're right, Aubrey Gearhart doesn't waste any time.
Yeah, and that's part of her rhythm.
I'm not sure how often she listens to her sister, the catcher. Here is a smash down to second base. Second baseman over, throws over to first for the out. They get out of the inning. So in the inning, there were no runs on one hit, no errors, and one left. And so, after one full inning of play, the score is Winamac 3, North Judson nothing. Let's pause for this timeout.
All right, this should be 9-1 and 2. Smith, Campbell, and Gearhart. Ten.
We head now to the top of the second inning of play, and the Warriors will go 9-1-2 with the batting order. That'll be Maggie Smith, the freshman center fielder, followed by Kaya Campbell and Aubrey Gearhart. 3-0 ball game in favor of Winamac, and the Warriors are looking to say, hey, we're going to be going back to the top of the order here. We can run this thing up a little bit and get out of here early. Here is the freshman center fielder, Maggie Smith. A .340 hitter. You know, your number 9 hitter batting .340.
That's scary. That's very disheartening if you're the opponent.
Left-handed swinger. 1 of 4 in the lineup for Winamac. Here is the wind-up, the delivery, and a smash. Pop up to the right. Second baseman comes over and makes the grab. Dusek coming over.
Yeah, and that was a great effort on her part. I mean, she came over into foul territory to make that catch from her second base spot. Great concentration and a quick first out for Winamac. And the Lady Warriors don't like seeing that, but they're getting to the top of their lineup, which is very active in the first inning.
Campbell, the leadoff hitter, and the first pitch to her is high and outside. Yeah, Dusek had to make a real play there because the wind we've been talking about does funny things when that ball is hit that high in the air. Here's the second pitch on the inside, ball 2.
Well, and especially the way it was hit, because it was hit foul to the right and the wind's blowing to the left. So coming all the way over from second, I mean, you talk about great concentration.
Yeah, and here is a pop-up into center field. Center fielder coming over and makes the grab. Pony gets the job done again.
And here again, we're going to be saying this all day with the way that the wind's blowing. That's just great concentration, because that was a very high pop fly to center field. And I mean, that flag is dancing out there in center.
And here is Aubrey Gearhart up next. First pitch to her is outside, ball 1.
Aubrey's 1 for 1 so far in the ballgame, tripled in her first at bat, and also scored the first run of the ballgame.
That was her 26th run of the year that she scored. Here is a smash, foul. Down the right field line, foul by inches.
Well, and I'll tell you what, the first baseman, Jackie Kennedy, for North Judson's doing a good job of protecting that line. Had it been on the other side, she would have been there to field that grounder and just step on the bag.
1-1. And a foul back behind the catcher. Strike 2, 1-2 to Aubrey Gearhart. She has 4 home runs this year, has scored 26 runs. Here's the windup, the delivery outside, way outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. 3-0 Winamac lead in the top of the second. Gearhart with a wide open stance. Here's the windup, the delivery, foul back into the screen again. And the count remains even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pretty good group of fans on hand here for the matchup between these 2 old rivals. Here is the windup and the delivery and a smash. Down to the second baseman, can't get it. It's going to be a base hit in the right field. The first baseman made an effort. It wasn't quite quick enough to get to it. The second baseman couldn't quite get to it and just kind of rolled into right field for another base hit. And that will bring up Alexa Sheets. Had a home run the last time. And the first pitch to her is inside, ball 1. 1-0. Sheets, the shortstop, a .531 hitter on the year, has 23 RBIs. Here's the windup, the delivery outside, catches the corners to right. 1-1. With 2 out, 1 on for the Warriors. Kaminsky, the windup, the delivery, and fouled off to the left. Strike 2 to Sheets. Leads the team in batting at .531, RBIs with 23, runs scored with 29. Here is Kaminsky. Now the batter backs out of the box. Steps back in. The windup and the delivery, and it is in there for strike 3. They get out of the inning. Whoa, that was heat on the outside corner right there. And they get out of the inning. In the inning, there were no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. And so, after 1.5 innings of play, the score remains Winamac 3, North Judson nothing. Let's pause for this timeout.
This should be 5-6-7 for North Judson.
Okay.
10.
Back here at North Judson Sanpere High School, we head now to the bottom of the second inning of play, and the Blue Jays will go to their 5, 6, and 7 hitters. That'll be Jackie Kennedy, Kennedy Dusak, and Liz Capone. Jackie Kennedy, the senior first baseman, a .344 hitter on the year.
Got it, Joe?
A right-handed swinger, slightly open stance. And here is Gearhart. The left-hander delivers the first pitch, a swing and a miss. Strike 1. Aubrey looks down at her sister Ella, the catcher. The wind-up, the delivery, and a swing and a miss. Strike 2. Got to be aggressive at the plate against a great pitcher like this. And here is a smash foul down the right field line. So the count remains at 0-2. Blue Jays in their home white jerseys with the blue and gold trim. Blue Jays written in blue letters, trimmed in gold across the front of those white jerseys with the white pants. Rather the blue pants, and the pitch is outside, and it is ball 1, 1-2. 1-2 the count. Gearhart delivers again, a swing and a miss. She struck her out. So there's one away, and that'll bring up Kennedy Dusak, the sophomore second baseman. Had a great play in the field in the last inning. Right-handed swinger. First pitch is right in there, strike one. 0-1 to count. The wind up, the delivery, and a swing and a foul. Out of play, and it is strike two, 0-2.
Protect it. If you base it, let's go.
Kennedy has one home run. Here is the windup and the delivery, and it is high. Ball 1-2. Good high right there by Judson. 1-2 the count with one out. Here's the windup, the delivery, and a swing and a miss. She struck her out. So now there's two away, and that brings up Liz Safoni.
Safoni, the only non-Kennedy out of these three hitters. You have Jackie Kennedy and Kennedy Dusak back to back.
The wind up and the delivery, swing and a miss, strike one. Safoni is a 300 hitter on the year. And she pops one to the pitcher, who grabs it out of the air for the third out. So in the inning, it was 3 up and 3 down, and no runs and no hits and no errors and nobody left. So after 2 full innings of play, the score remains Winamac 3, North Judson nothing. Let's pause for this timeout.
Stand by.
Well, we've got a big week of spring sports coming your way. It's going to continue tomorrow. More softball. We're going to be over at Culver, where the Oregon Davis Bobcats, in their first year of softball, will be taking on the much improved Culver Cavaliers. Okay, the Warriors go back on the attack. They go 4, 5, and 6 in the lineup. That's Ella Gearhart, Katie Perry, and Emma Goodman. Ella Gearhart, a right-handed swinger, up first. Chokes up in the bat just slightly, and the first pitch to her is inside, a ball 1. 1-0 the count. As Delaney Kaminsky winds up and delivers, and it's popped into the left field. Oh, great grab made out there by Daisy Neely for the out. She had to sprint toward the infield and caught that one on the fly for the first out. And that'll bring up Katie Perry, the senior third baseman, a left-handed hitter. Here is the windup and the delivery outside, ball 1.
Perry flew out to center field in her first at-bat back in the first inning.
And left-handed here looking for the pitch, and there it is, outside, ball 2. 2-0. Katie Perry, 423 hitter. Wind up the delivery and a smash down to second base. Throw over to first for the out. It goes Dusak to Kennedy. 4-3, and there's 2 away. And that will bring up Emma Goodman, the sophomore first baseman.
1 for 1 so far. Singled in her first at-bat, ended up getting stranded on third base in the first inning.
But drove in a run in the process. Right-handed swinger, straightaway stance. Here is Kaminsky delivering, and it is in there, still wide Or she brings that thing, it looks like it's going to be inside, and it just breaks straight across the plate. Takes a left turn. Woo, strike one, 0-1. The wind up, the delivery, and the smash knocked down by the pitcher. Goes to the second baseman, over to first for the out.
Well, I'll tell you what, give Kennedy Baxter a lot of credit. If she hadn't got her mitt on that ball's probably going into center field.
So, in the inning, it's 3 up and 3 down for the Warriors for the first time, and no runs and no hits and no errors and nobody left. And after 2.5 innings of play, the score remains Winamac 3, North Judson nothing. Let's pause for this 30-second timeout.
Seven, 8, 9 here. 10 seconds.
7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
Well, North Judson will go to their 7, 8, and 9 hitters.
Papa Bangelo, Neely, and Hensley will be 7, 8, 9.
Oh, okay. So, I forgot about the designated player, and here is a smash back to the pitcher. Throw over to first for the out. So Papa Vangelo, the designated player, is out, and that brings up the number 9 hitter here. Will be Regan Hensley. Right-handed swinger. And a swing and a miss. No, that's Daisy Neely. I'm sorry, the senior left fielder. Swing and a miss. Strike one to Daisy Neely. A 375 hitter on the year. Here's the windup, the delivery, a swing and a miss to right two. And she steps out of the box and looks down there at Coach Brittany Lynch and says, I know I shouldn't have swung at that outside pitch. Here's the wind-up, the delivery, way outside, ball one. 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Aubrey Gerhardt, the left-handed thrower for Winamac, looking for her 5th win of the year. Here is the wind-up, the delivery, and the foul. Off to the right, out of play. 1-2 the count, with 1 out. Right-handed hitter, Daisy Neely, a senior. Wind up the delivery, and she taps it down to the third baseman. Throw over to first,
Nope.
just
Foul
in
ball,
time.
foul
But
ball,
wait
foul
a minute,
ball.
foul ball.
Yep. Went off of the batter's shin, so dead ball. And that'll put Neely back at the plate. Great hustle on her part, but the first base umpire right on top of things. Great job on his part.
Yeah.
Because he was clear right from the get-go. He saw it and was yelling that it was a dead ball. So great job on his part communicating.
1-2 the count, to wind up the delivery. On the outside corner, it's strike 3. So there's 2 away, and that will go take us back to the top of the order. And Emma Chambers for the Blue Jays with 2 out, nobody on. Warriors leading 3-0. Here's the windup and the delivery, and a foul into the screen to our right. Strike 1.
Chambers 1 for 1 so far in the ball game. Had a leadoff single in the first inning.
429 hitter on the year coming into today's game. Chokes way up on that bat. And a swing and a miss. Ooh, went fishing on that one, and she knew it. 0-2 the count. Standing back in. Now she does. Yeah, she chokes up on that bat a long ways. On the outside corner, it's ball 1. 1-2 the count to Emma Chambers. 429 hitter coming into today's action. And here is the wind-up and the delivery, and a swing and a miss. She struck her out. So they get out of the inning again with a 3-up and 3-down situation. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. And after 3 full innings of play, the score remains Winamac 3, North Judson nothing. Let's pause for this 30-second timeout.
$20. $10.
So we go now to the top of the 4th inning of play, and the Warriors. Let's see,
7, 8, 9.
7, 8, 9 in the lineup.
So Mackenzie Hintz will be leading off. She doubled in her first at bat back in the 1st inning.
Left-handed swinger.
I think starting to sprinkle a little bit out there. Again, Mother Nature making her presence known here with the wind, if nothing else.
Here's the wind-up, the delivery, high and outside. Ball 1. To Kinsey Hines. The right fielder. Here is a wind-up and a pop-up. Pitcher coming over, catcher coming over. Neither one of them can make the play. And so, the runner is safe on an error. And that will take us to Samantha Perry, the number 8 hitter for the Warriors. Nobody out with 1 on. And here is the wind-up, the delivery, and the bunt attempt is foul. Strike 1.
Perry 0 for 1 so far in the ballgame, struck out in her first at bat, and Lady Warriors looking to play a little bit of small ball here. The runner on at first, trying to bunt her over to second.
Strike 1. Here is Kaminsky, taking her time. Now the windup and the delivery and the bunt, perfectly laid down to the third baseman. They're over to first.
Oh!
Yep, the runner is safe.
First baseman had to come off of the bag, took her foot off, so a great hustle there by Samantha Perry allows her to not only advance Hintz over to second base, but she's safe as well. So runners on at first and second with nobody out.
Wow. Here is Kaminsky, the wind-up, the delivery, and it is outside. Ball 1 to Maggie Smith. Does that go as an error, or is that a base hit?
Well, I think it was a base hit because she was making sure that she caught the ball. It wasn't that she lost her balance or anything.
And here is the bunt foul back behind the plate. So it's strike 1, ball 1, strike 1. As the Warriors trying to increase their lead. And here is a foul off to the left by Smith. Strike 2, 1 and 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. For the left-handed freshman at the plate. And here is wind up, the delivery right back to the pitcher. Throws over to first, not in time. Oh my! And Smith is safe on a fielder's choice.
Well, that puts Hines on at third, Perry at second, and Smith at first. So bases loaded for Kaya Campbell, who's still looking for her first hit of the ball game, currently 0 for 2.
And nobody out. Wow. So the Warriors got a chance to pour it on right here. Kaya Campbell, top of the order. The wind-up, the delivery by Kaminsky is inside, ball one. 1-0. To Kaya Campbell, the junior second baseman. She has 9 RBIs already, including 2 home runs. Here is the wind-up and the delivery outside. Catches the corner, though, and it is strike one. 1-1 to count. Kaya Campbell with the bases loaded. Kaminsky trying to get out of a jam, and it is fouled back out of play. They're right to 1-2. Delaney Kaminsky, the senior pitcher, trying to get out of the jam, not necessarily of her own making. The wind-up, the delivery, outside, ball 2-2. To Kaya Campbell with Aubrey Gearhart on deck for the Warriors. Here is the wind-up and the delivery, and it is foul down the left field line. 2-2 the count to Kaya Campbell. Warriors with an opportunity to really break this open with nobody out and the bases loaded, and the meat of the batting order coming up. And here is a foul out of play off to the right.
Oh, and the fans over there watching the tennis match, they're getting involved a little bit. They had to kind of duck out of the way there. The Lady Blue Jays competing in tennis over there.
Yeah.
An active day here as a JV baseball game, I believe, going on over there as well.
Okay, the Jays in some trouble here.
These are one of those days where Mike Sharkozy, I don't think, gets to eat lunch.
I don't think so, yeah. Here is a floating pitch that is high, ball 3-2. With the bases loaded, and Kaya Campbell, she can just wait for this one. Base on balls, scores another run. Here it is, and it is a base on balls, and another run scores. And that goes down as an RBI for Campbell. Her 10th of the year.
Yeah, that brings Hines across home plate. So now Perry is on at third, Smith on at second, and Campbell on at first to keep the bases loaded.
And Gearhart at the plate. And she fouls one back out of play behind us, strike one.
Yeah, real uncomfortable feeling right now if you're the North Judson Lady Blue Jays with bases loaded and you're getting to the heart of the order for Winamac. And, I mean, that up and down the order, they've been very active at the plate throughout the ball game.
Here is a pitch outside, gets away from the catcher, but she hustles back and the runner can't score. But it's ball one, strike one now. To Aubrey Gearhart with nobody out. Bases loaded, meat of the order right here for the Warriors. The wind up, the delivery, and it is in there. Strike at the numbers 1-2. To Aubrey Gearhart. And I'll tell you what, she approaches hitting just like she does pitching. Aggressive. Here is the wind-up and the delivery, and it's fouled back into the screen, and the count will remain at 1-2.
You know, there's not really a spot in this Winamac lineup where when you're on defense, you can kind of say, oh, good, we're at this part of the lineup.
Yeah.
We can relax a little bit.
No.
That's just a terrifying lineup from top to bottom.
Here is the wind-up, the delivery, and the pop-up to the second baseman for the out.
Great job there defensively coming over. Again, the wind has not died down any. It is very tricky with those high pop flies, and that's just great concentration over there at second base to get that out.
Busek making another outstanding play at second for the Jays. One away, bases loaded. And that brings up Alexa Sheets, the best hitter on the Warrior team. And the first pitch to her is outside, ball one. When I say that she's the best hitter on the team, she's a .531 hitter with 6 home runs, including one here today. The pitch on the outside corner is strike one, though, and it's 1-1.
Yeah, Sheets 1 for 2 so far in the ball game. Homered in her first at bat, struck out in her second.
And here is Kaminsky's wind up, the delivery, outside corner, strike two, perfectly placed. Breaking right to left. Strike two.
Kaminsky's been doing a nice job working the outside of the plate against the righties and lefties.
And here is a smash into left field, and the fielder makes the grab to throw home. Not going to be in time, but a good effort. And a run scores after the second out.
That's going to be Samantha Perry scoring her first run of the ball game on the RBI flyout by Sheets.
And that gives Sheets 24 RBIs on the year. Woo.
And still runners on at first and second for the Lady Warriors. Smith on at second, Campbell on at first.
And Ella Gearhart at the plate. The first pitch is strike one. Breaking right to left across the plate at the numbers. 2 out now, 2 in.
Ella 1 for 2 so far in the ball game. Singled in her first at bat, or doubled in her first at bat.
Next pitch is inside. Ball one. 1-1. To Ella Gearhart, the junior catcher, a .526 hitter on the year. She has 31 RBIs. And she smashes one foul down the left field line. I think I erroneously said that Alexis Sheets was leading the team in RBIs, but that isn't true. Ella Gearhart is the cleanup hitter. That's what you expect, right? Right-handed swinging junior. Here is Kaminsky taking her time, the wind up, the delivery, and a swing and a miss. She struck her out.
Great job by Kaminsky battling against a very tough batter. And she was pumped up when she got that strikeout.
Yes, she should have been, I'll tell you. In the inning, though, there were 2 runs and only 1 hit, and 1 error, and 2 left. And so, now, after 3.5 innings of play, the score is Winamac 5 and North Judson nothing. Let's pause for this timeout.
All right, and I believe this is 2, 3, and 4. Paul, Baxter, and Kaminsky. Ten seconds.
Okay, now we go to the bottom of the 4th inning of play. And where did you say we were? 3, 4, 5?
No, 2, 3, and 4. I believe this is going to be Megan Hall, Kennedy, Baxter, and Delaney Kaminsky for the Lady Blue Jays, who trail 5-0 as we get ready to start the bottom of the 4th inning. And, you know, I mean, this is the time. If you're going to make a move, I mean, Winamac's been pretty consistent at the plate, but if you can make a move here, get a couple of runs on the board, I mean, that changes the complexion of this 5-0 score, and it might shift the momentum in your favor a little bit if you're the Lady Blue Jays.
Okay, this is Megan Hall, the catcher, 429 hitter. And the first pitch to her is high and outside, ball one.
Hall grounded out to shortstop in her first at-bat back in the first inning.
Came into today's ball game averaging 429 at the plate. Second pitch is outside, ball two. 2-0. Aubrey Gearhart looking for her 5th win of the year among the 12 wins that the Warriors have. And a check swing outside, ball 3.
Gearhart was trying to trick her into getting a cheap strike there. Good discipline at the plate.
3-0. Here is the swing and a miss. She brought that one.
I'll tell you what, Gearhart just doesn't get rattled. She is such a tough competitor.
And aggressive. Doesn't waste any time. Here is the left-hander's delivery and a smash to the second baseman who hardly has to move. Kaya Campbell just sticks her glove up in front of her face and the shot was right there.
Yeah, good concentration, and that makes for a quick first out.
That brings up Kennedy Baxter, the freshman shortstop. Right-handed swinger with a slightly closed stance. Here is a smash, base hit into left field. Could go for 2. No, they're going to hold her up at 1. Base hit for the Warriors, rather for the Jays, and that's what you were talking about. If they're going to make a move, now's the time to start. And that will bring up Delaney Kaminsky, the cleanup hitter. Pitcher, right-hander, facing Gerhardt's left-handed pitches, and she fouls the first one off into the fence right in front of the Warrior dugout to our right. Strike 1.
Kaminsky looking for her first hit of the ball game. 0 for 1 so far, grounded out to second in her first at-bat.
Looking for her 13th RBI of the year. The throw is outside. The throw down to first. The runner is back in time.
Well, that was a good throw by the catcher and a great slide there by Baxter, getting back to the bag.
0-1 the count. Gerhardt's delivery and a smash down to the third baseman. Throw over to first for the out, but that advances the runner. So the sacrifice works, but there's 2 out now with a runner on in scoring position.
And this is the first time, or just the second time we've been able to say that.
Yeah. Jackie Kennedy at the plate. He is strike 1.
Kennedy still looking for her first hit of the ball game. Currently she's 0 for 1.
And a swing and a miss to right 1. Strike 2, rather. 0-2 the count to Jackie Kennedy. Here's the windup, the delivery, high and outside, ball 1. 1-2. The runner on at second. Base hit brings her in. You know, a probability with 2 out. Here's the windup, the delivery, outside, ball 2. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, 1 off. Jays looking for their first run of the day. Down 5-0. Here's the windup, the delivery, and a pop-up down the right field line in foul territory, and it's grabbed by Emma Goodman, the first baseman, for the 3rd out. So, in the inning for the Blue Jays, it was no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. And so now, after 4 full innings of play, the score remains Winamac 5, North Judson nothing. Let's pause for this timeout.
Stand by.
Well, now we go to the top of the 5th inning of play, and the opening pitch of this 5th inning is brought to you by Web Printing and JT's Shirt Shack of Winamac. As the Warriors will go to 5, 6, and 7 in the batting order, that'll be Katy Perry, Emma Goodman, and Kinsey Hines. Katy Perry, one of 4 left-handed hitters in the lineup for the Warriors.
Still looking for her first hit of the ball game. Currently 0 for 2, but she's made contact on both at-bats. It's just been great plays defensively by the Lady Jays.
And she pops the 1 foul back off to the left. Strike 1 on the first pitch. 0-1. Katy Perry. Left-handed swinger. Here is a change-up, outside and high, ball 1. Katy Perry says, I like fishing when I go to the river, but I'm not fishing on a pitch like that. Here is the wind-up and the delivery outside, the ball 2, 2-1. Delaney Kaminsky. Right-handed thrower for the Lady Jays, the senior. The windup, the delivery, outside, ball 3, 3-1. With nobody out. Katy Perry, the leadoff hitter here in this inning. Head of the pitcher, here is the windup, the delivery, and it is smashed right back to the pitcher. Throw over to first for the out. So it goes Kaminsky to Kennedy. 1-3, and there's one away. And that'll bring up Emma Goodman, the sophomore first baseman.
Emma 1 for 2 so far in the ball game. Singled in her first at bat, then grounded out to second in her next at bat back in the 4th inning.
Right-handed swinger. Here is Kaminsky. The wind-up, the delivery, and a smash into center field. Back. Oh, off the fence and center field for a double.
No.
Oh, she had to slide to get in there. Great coverage out there by Ciappone. The center fielder got back to the fence and got that off of the fence and threw to second base and almost got the runner. Great play in the field by the Jays. So that will take us now to Kenzie Hines, the right fielder. Left hitting.
Mackenzie 2 for 2 so far in the ball game. She's singled in her first at bat, then doubled in her second.
Left-hand hitting right fielder, and she fouls the first one off to the left. Strike one. 0-1 to count with one out, one on for the Warriors. They're leading at 5-0 here in the 5th. And a low pitch gets past the catcher, and that advances the runner on the pass ball.
So Goodman now safe at third with just one out here in the top of the 5th inning.
Long fly ball brings in another run for the Warriors.
A longer fly ball brings in 2.
Here is the ball getting away from the catcher. Here comes the runner, and she is tagged out. Good recovery there by Megan Hall, the catcher for North Judson. So that clears the bases, and there's 2 out now with Hines at the plate. Left-handed swinging sophomore. 321 hitter coming into today's game.
2 for 2 so far.
Kaminsky. The wind-up and the delivery, and it is popped up and out of play behind the catcher.
Yeah, inside pitch. They're kind of jammed Hines, and lucky she didn't get her hand tagged a little bit there, because that was really a pitch to try and jam her, and that's exactly what it did.
1-2 the count. Hines choking up slightly on that bat. Here is a pop foul back out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 out. Nobody on for the Warriors as they lead at 5-0 here in the top of the 5th. And a swing and a miss. Oh, drop third strike. And the runner
Safe
at first. So, mistakes can kill you in a game like this. That'll bring up Samantha Perry, the number 8 hitter in the lineup for the Warriors. Sam, a 306 hitter coming into today's game. A right-handed swinger. First pitch to her is right in there. Throw down to first. The runner is back in time.
Perry 1 for 2 so far in the ball game. Singled in her previous at bat in the 4th inning, and eventually scored a run.
And slightly open stance. Here is the windup. The delivery outside gets away from the catcher. That will advance the runner down to second. With 2 out, and Kaminsky trying to get out of a semi-jam right here with 2 out. Right-handed pitcher takes her time. Here is the windup, the delivery, and a check swings to right. Again, that pitch we've seen takes a left corner turn just in front of the plate. Woo! Strike two. Kaminsky, the windup, the delivery. In there, strike three called. So, in the inning, there were no runs on no hits.
One hit.
One hit, that's right. Okay. And no errors, and one left. And so, after now 4.5 innings of play, the score remains Winamac 5, North Judson nothing. Let's pause for this timeout.
I believe this is Dushek, Ciapone, and Papadangelo. That's 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 6, 7, 8. Stay by.
So now we head to the bottom of the 5th inning of play, and the Blue Jays go back on the attack. And they will go, what did we say, 6, 7, and 8? That would be Dushek, Ciapone, and Papavangelo, the designated player. So Kennedy Dushek, the sophomore second baseman, will lead things off here. She's a .292 hitter on the year, has one of the 5 home runs that the Jays have garnered in this season. And the first pitch to her is high and outside, ball 1. Aubrey Gerhardt. You can almost assume she's going to go to that outside corner in the opening pitch. Here is the windup, the delivery, and in this time it's outside, but catches the corner for strike 1. 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The left-hander, the windup, the delivery, and it is fouled. Back into the screen, strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. With Winamac leading North Judson 5-0. Warriors looking for their 4th conference win, and here is a smash foul. Oh, she drove that one way deep into foul territory down the left field line. Strike 2. Straighten that puppy out, and it's over the fence in left field. Here is the windup, the delivery, and a swing and a miss. He struck her out. So there's 1 out, and that will take us now to Liz Ciapone, the center fielder, the sophomore right-handed swinger. Here's the windup, the delivery, foul back into the screen right in front of us. Strike 1.
Ciapone 0 for 1 so far in the ball game, grounded out to the pitcher in her previous at-bat.
Right-handed swinger. Here's the windup, the delivery, check swing, but it is in there for a strike 2. Woo! Just caught the corner on the outside. 1 out. Wind up, the delivery, way outside. Ball 1-2. As Gerhardt tries to get her to go fishing. The left-hander shakes off one, says, yeah, I'll take this one. The wind up, the delivery, foul back into the screen. The count remains at 1-2. Gerhardt and Gerhardt, the battery for Winamac. Perry, Sheets, Campbell, and Goodman, the infield 3rd to 1st, with Perry, Smith, and Hines making up the outfield left to right. And here is a foul again behind the plate. And the count remains at 1-2. Winamac looking for their 13th win of the year and looking to go 4-1 in the Hoosier North Athletic Conference, which will keep them in the race. They're only lost to Pioneer. Here is the windup, the delivery, and a smash down to the shortstop to throw over to first for the out. Oh, Goodman had to stretch.
Literally did the splits to make that catch.
Whee! Yeah, she almost had 1 foot in Bass Lake right there. Wow, what a play by Goodman. She says, I'm all right. 2 out. And here is a swing and a miss. This is Chloe Papavangelo, the senior designated hitter. Right-handed swinger, 207 hitter on the year. And she smashes one to the second baseman, and she closes it for the out. Kaya Campbell makes the play, and it's again 3 up and 3 down for the Jays. No runs on no hits and no errors and nobody left. And so, after 5 full innings of play, the score remains Winamac 5, North Judson nothing. Let's pause for this 30-second timeout. Well, we are going to go now to the top of the 6th inning of play. The Warriors in command at 5-0. And they're going to go 9-1-2 in the batting lineup. That would be Smith, Campbell, and Aubrey Gearhart. Tomorrow night, more softball coming your way. We'll be over at Culver, where the Cavaliers will be taking on the Oregon Davis Bobcats, the first ever broadcast of a Bobcat softball game. Here is a pop-up, and the catcher coming up says, I got it, can't handle it. Oh, my. But it was a foul, so the runner, Smith, was all the way down to first base, but it was a foul.
Well, that's the first time, we've been talking a lot throughout the broadcast about the wind, and that's the first time we've really seen it have an effect on a defense.
Yeah, and Megan Hall was upset with herself for not hauling that in. She had a shot at it, but I'm telling you, it wasn't her fault that the wind kind of moved it around. Strike one to Smith. Left-handed hitting freshman. Here is Kaminsky to wind up the delivery and a strike as Smith tries to bunt. Strike two. She looks down at the first base coach's box. Ooh, that's her mom as well as her coach down there in the first base coaching box. Here is Kaminsky taking her time. Now Smith stands out of the box, now stands back in, 0-2 the count, and a check swing outside, ball 1-2. I'll tell you what, if they'd had softball back in the day when her mom was playing, her mom would have been a pretty darn good softball player. And here is a smash right back to the pitcher, throw over to first for the out. There's one away. So it goes, Kaminsky to Kennedy. 1-3, there's one away, and that takes us to the top of the order, and Kaya Campbell.
Campbell still looking for her first hit of the ballgame, walked in her previous at-bat, ended up getting stranded on first.
So, Kaminsky with one out, trying to shut him down, and a smash into center field. Center fielder going over and can't make it. It's off the fence for a double.
Good hustle there by Kaya Campbell, having to slide into second. As the Lady Jays have shown a number of times throughout the ball game, their ability to quickly get the ball in from deep in the outfield, but just phenomenal hustle there by Kaya Campbell getting into second. Her all-around athleticism is, it doesn't matter what season we're in, it's always impressive.
Yeah. Neely and Ciappone have done a great job in left and center field. First pitch is ball one to the next hitter, Aubrey Gearhart, with one out and one on.
Gearhart 2 for 3 so far in the ball game with a double and a single. She's also scored a run.
And the pitch is in there, still right. And once again, Kaminsky showing that left turn just before home plate on that pitch. Gets it right across the plate. Here is the windup and the delivery outside. It's ball 2, 2-1. 2 balls and 1 strike. Kaminsky shakes off 1 call by Hall, now takes the second one, and it's outside, gets away from the catcher, and that will advance the runner to third. Kaminsky and Hall, the battery for North Judson. Chambers, Baxter, Dusak and Kennedy, the infield third to first, with Neely, Ciappone, and Hensley manning the outfield left to right, and the pitch is ball 4.
Well, that's the first walk of the ball game that we've seen from either team.
So that will bring up Alexis Sheets.
With runners on the corners, you got to figure that this is going to be a steal opportunity for Gearhart.
Here is the windup, the delivery, and a smash foul off the left field fence down to our left. Strike 1 to Alexis Sheets, the junior shortstop, a .531 hitter on the year coming into today's game. Has 6 home runs, including 1 today. This pitch is inside, and it is ball.
Gearhart stealing second, so runners on at second and third now for the Lady Warriors.
With just 1 out, a chance to bring in a couple more. And here is a pop-up, and the shortstop makes the grab to hold the runners and pick up the second out. That will bring up Ella Gearhart, the catcher.
1 for 3 so far in the ball game, doubled in her first at bat, and ended up scoring the 3rd run of the ball game.
2 on, 2 out. Top of the 6th. Winamac's leading 5-0. Here is Kaminsky. The windup, the delivery outside, ball 1. Kaminsky trying to get out of a jam here. If they could keep the Warriors from scoring another one, they're still very much in this one. Here is the windup, the delivery, and foul into the screen to our right. Strike 1, 1-1. To Ella Gearhart, the junior catcher, a .526 hitter on the year. Leads the team with, get this, 11 home runs. Woo! Here is Kaminsky, the windup, the delivery, inside, ball. So it's ball 2, strike 1 to Gearhart with 2 out. Kaminsky trying to get out of a jam. Here is the windup and the delivery, and it is a swing and a foul back into the catcher's mitt. Strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ella Gearhart. And here is Kaminsky. The windup and the delivery, and it is smashed into center field. Oh, a great catch at center field by Ciappone to get him out of the inning. Oh, my. She's got a big smile on her face, and all of her teammates are giving her the high fives as well. They should. Wow. They get out of the inning. In the inning, there were no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left. And so now, after 5.5 innings of play, the score remains Winamac 5, North Judson nothing. Let's pause for this 30-second timeout. Wow.
This should be 9-1 and 2.
Okay.
So Neely, Chambers, and Hall.
Yeah, if North Judson were to win that, that would be the play of the game right there.
20 seconds. Ten.
Okay, we go now to the bottom of the 6th inning of play. Time's starting to run out for the Jays. They're down 5-0, but if they can get something going here in the bottom of the 6th, there's enough time left. We'll see what happens. Woo! Okay, for the Blue Jays, they're going to go 9-1 and 2. in the batting order. And we're going to bring in designated hitter here, and a base hit down the left field line. Oh my! Sharply hit. And I'm not sure who that was. That Chorus?
Well, I can't tell. She's got that one. Okay.
Bree Chorus, the senior, number 5, has a sweatshirt on, so we can't see her number, but she gets a base hit. And so that will take us to the top of the order. And a swing and a miss by Emma Chambers. Strike 1. Chambers, the leadoff hitter, or the number 1 hitter, I should say, for the Jays. Here is the windup, the delivery, and a swing and a miss. Strike 2. 0-2 to Emma Chambers, the sophomore third baseman. Chance to get it going here with nobody out. Here's the wind-up, the delivery, and a swing and a miss. The throw down to first, runner back in time.
Chambers looking for her second hit of the ball game. Currently 1 for 2, singled in her first at bat and was left on second.
Strikes out here, and that'll bring up Megan Hall. The right-handed catcher, and she fouls one off behind us. Strike 1, 0-1. Golden opportunity for the Jays to get back in this one if they can keep it going. Got to keep those bats a-working. As Aubrey Gerhardt doesn't give you too many opportunities. Left-handed throwing senior. Here is the windup and the delivery and a smash into right field. That's going to be a base hit.
Great job there, Megan Hall, making good contact and put that perfectly in the second baseman, center fielder, and right fielder just couldn't get to it. So a solid base hit for Megan Hall, her first hit of the ball game.
And that's going to bring up Kennedy Baxter, the freshman shortstop. Here's the windup, the delivery, and a swing and a miss.
Baxter 1 for 2 so far, singled in her previous at-bat, ended up getting stranded on second base.
Has 13 RBIs this year, would like another one here, but second pitch is on the outside corner, strike 2. 0-2 the count. Runners on at first and second. And here is the smash foul out of play to our right. Count remains at 0-2. Base hit here could make it very interesting for the Blue Jays with 2 runners on. Here is the windup, the delivery way outside, throw down, to first, and the runner dives back in time.
Well, that was a great effort there by Megan Hall. Had she not slid back, she would have been tagged out because the throw was in time. It's just when the first baseman went around to make the tag, the slide got her underneath the mitt.
Wind up, the delivery high and outside goes ball 2, 2-2. With 1 out and 2 on for the Blue Jays. And the freshman Baxter at the plate. And she smashes one. This may go for a hit.
Nope.
No, it's grabbed by the center fielder for the second out. What a shot and what a play by Maggie Smith in center field.
Yeah, she got a great jump on the ball as that was kind of going towards left a little bit. And Smith able to use that athleticism to chase it down before it was able to get on the ground. So the runners remain on at first and second, but now 2 away.
And the first pitch is strike on the outside corner. Throw down to first. Runner is back. Delaney Kaminsky, the cleanup hitter, the senior pitcher, with 2 out and 2 on. Pitch outside, ball 1, 1-1, and Kaminsky would like nothing better than to help her own cause here. Right-handed swinging senior as Gerhardt The left-hander wind up, the delivery inside, ball 2, 2-1. Good eye right there by Kaminsky. And here is the windup and the delivery outside and high, ball 3, 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike to Kaminsky. Gerhardt, you know, is going to bring one right here. Here is the windup, the delivery, and it is ball 4. That loads up the bases. Oh my. That brings up Jackie Kennedy, the senior first baseman. A .344 hitter for the Jays. Bases loaded for the first time today. And now, Coach Brittany Lynch comes down and says, I want a pinch runner for my pitcher there. And so Anna Garbison, a freshman, will come in to run at first base for the Jays. Bases loaded, 2 out. Jackie Kennedy at the plate. And a swing and a miss to right 1.
Kennedy 0 for 2 so far, still looking for that first hit.
.344 hitter on the year.
And she gets it here, it'll bring in at least 1.
A swing and a miss to right.
You like to see her swinging in this situation with bases loaded and 2 out. You want your batters to be very aggressive, make some kind of contact here.
Don't want those called strikes. And here is a foul down the right field line, out of play. To right 2, 0-2. With the bases loaded. Woo-wee. Jackie Kennedy trying to get something going here. The wind-up, the delivery, and a swing and a foul. Count remains at 0-2. Tough situation for a hitter to be in. But as you pointed out, Nathan, you got to be aggressive at the plate. Here is the windup, the delivery. Oh, a swing and a miss and an outside pitch to right 3, and they get out of the inning. Woo-wee, in the inning, there were no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 3 left. And so, after 6 full innings of play, the score remains Winamac 5, North Judson nothing. Let's pause for this timeout. Back here at North Judson Sampier High School, we go now to the top of the 7th inning of play. And boy, I go back to that play in this inning by Smith out there in center field. If she had not made that great grab in the 5th inning, I should have said, the Warriors really could have had a rally going last inning as well as this inning. But some great field play by both teams. And the Jays facing the Warriors here in the top of the 7th inning of play. And the Warriors are going to go 5, 6, and 7 in the batting order. The first pitch is outside. Ball 1. Ball 1 to Katie Perry, the senior third baseman. Left-handed swinger, pitches outside and gets past the catcher, back to the screen. Ball 2, 2-0. 5, 6, and 7 hitters. And here is a smash down to the first baseman, and it was foul. So it's strike 1, ball 2, strike 1. To Katie Perry. Here is Kaminsky's wind up, the delivery, foul. Ooh, back off of the catcher's face mask. Woo! It's a little stunning, or actually, I think it might have got her in the knee right there, above the pad. She looks over and gives the thumbs up to the coach. I'm okay. Megan Hall, she's a tough one. Kaminsky. Count is 2-2. Kaminsky. The wind up, the delivery, and the smash right up the middle. And it's going to go for a base hit. Good effort there by Judson. Trying to get to it. Baxter trying to get to it. But it was a base hit.
Yeah, just a strong hit there by Perry. And her first hit of the ball game. 0 for 3 up to that point.
10th hit of the day for Winamac. Nobody out. Here is a smash into right field. It is another base hit in the right field. And that'll advance the runner and put runners on at first and second for Mackenzie Hines, the sophomore right fielder.
That was the second hit of the ball game for Emma Goodman. And Hines coming up to bat. She has 2 hits in the ball game. Reached safely in her previous at bat on a drop third strike. She's also scored a run in the ball game.
And the Warriors bring a pinch runner in to go at first base. So you got runners at first and second with nobody out for Kenzie Hintz, the sophomore right fielder.
Just got a note from Courtney Dushek, whose daughter's playing second base. Courtney was the first second baseman in the history of North Judson softball.
Here is a swing and a miss.
Class of 1999, Courtney Dushek. The first softball second baseman in history of North Judson softball.
Okay, in 1999, let's see, she was 5 then. Here is a pop-up off to the left side, and the third baseman calls it in. Chambers calls for it, and there's one away.
Still 2 on, runners at first and second for Winamac here in the top of the 7th inning, with the Lady Warriors leading 5-0.
That's amazing that North Judson had a 5-year-old second baseman in 1999. 1 out. One out. Here in the, where are we? In the 7th inning. Top of the 7th. And the Warriors still leading at 5-0, trying to add to that with 2 on and 1 out. And here is Kaminsky taking her time to wind up the delivery, and it is. I didn't see the call.
Outside ball.
Okay, outside ball 1. Ball 1. Right-handed swinger here. The wind up, the delivery inside. Throw down to third. The runner is in time. Throw over to second. No, they faked the throw to second.
So a double steal for the Lady Warriors puts 2 runners now in scoring position with just 1 away in the top of the 7th.
And here is the wind up and the delivery and a swing and a miss. Strike 1. I'm trying to figure out who this is at the plate. She's got the jacket on. I can't see. Here is the wind up, the delivery, and a smash down to second. Throw over to first for the out. But a run scores, and the other runner advances to third. So, another run for the Warriors. But there's 2 out. And that takes us to the number 9 hitter, and that is Maggie Smith. And she is hit, oh man, right in the back. She'll take first place. First hit batsman we've had all day. And she walks down there, and Mom says, "You okay?" And
Does not give her a pat on the back.
no,
We'll say that.
she took a pretty good pat on the back with that pitch right there.
And she takes a few extra steps after she gets to first, kind of walks into the shallow part of the outfield, just trying to regain her composure because that stings, to say the least.
That was one of those you could feel up
Oh.
here. Ooh. That takes us to the top of the order, and Kaya Campbell with 2 out and 2 on. Wind up, the delivery, a smash into left field, and the left fielder going back, but it's going to be off of the fence. That brings in 1, that brings in 2, and a double right there for Kaya Campbell. And 2 more RBIs, giving her 3 on the day. Wow. So now it's an 8-0 score, and the foul back on the play here.
Yeah, and you have Aubrey Gearhart at the plate now with the runner in scoring position. Aubrey so far is 2 for 3. Walked in her previous at bat. She's also scored a run.
Left-handed hitter. The wind up, the delivery, and it is high. Ball 1, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. It's always interesting when you see the pitcher against pitcher. And here is the wind up, the delivery, and a pop up. And the shortstop comes over, says, "I've got it," calls them all off. Baxter hauls it in for the 3rd out. But in the inning, there were 3 runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 left. And so, after 6.5 innings of play, the score is now Winamac 8 and North Judson nothing. Let's pause for this 30-second timeout.
All right, this will be Dushek leading off, so 6, 7, 8. Stand by.
Come on, Harold.
Back here at North Judson Sanpere High School, we'll go to the bottom of the 7th inning of play. The last opportunity for the North Judson Sanpere Lady Jays to get back in this. They have only 4 hits today, but 2 of those came in the last inning.
Yeah, so starting to get things going. Trailing 8-0. Not impossible to put up 8 runs in 1 inning, but with the way that Winamac has been playing defensively, it is a very tall order to fill.
This will bring us to the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for the Blue Jays. That'll be Dusek, Ciappone, and Papavangelo. The first pitch is on the outside corner, strike 1 to Kennedy Dusek, the sophomore second baseman. The wind up, the delivery, foul off to the right. Strike 2, 0-2 the count. As the Winamac Warriors will be taking on Culver Military, or Culver Girls Academy, I should say, tomorrow. Here is the pitch on the outside corner, too far outside. It's ball 1, 1-2. To Kennedy Dusek. As Aubrey Gearhart trying to put him away. Pitch is high and outside, ball 2, 2-0. Or rather 2-2 is the count. Winamac leading it by a score of 8-0. Here's the wind up, the delivery, a swing and a miss. She struck her out. So there's 1 away. And that brings up Liz Ciappone, who had the catch of the night out there in center field earlier today. And here is the pitch high, ball 1. 1-0. Liz Ciappone, a sophomore. Pitch outside, ball 2, 2-0. Ciappone, a 300 hitter coming into today's action. Here is the wind-up, the delivery. On the corner, strike. 2-1. With one out. The wind-up, the delivery, and a base hit in the left field. Let's see a pony.
Good at bat there by Liz. Was very patient at the plate, but aggressive at the same time, and gets her first hit of the ball game.
So now there's one on, and that'll bring up Corey Papavangelo, the designated hitter. Right-handed hitters chokes up on that bat. Here's the wind-up, and she smashes it down to the first baseman. Throw over to second. They can't make the double, but there's two away.
Well, that was a good decision, not trying to force the double play. You didn't really need it in that situation, and that's always an awkward throw going from first to second because you got the runner in the way, so good decision there defensively.
And that brings up Bree Corus, the senior pinch hitter, had a single her first time up. Left-handed swinger. And she smashes another one, foul this time though, down the left field line. That's where she drilled that single last time. Just in bounds down the left field line for the single. Got all the way around to third base, but couldn't score. 2 out, 1 on for the Jays, down 8-0. And a check swing, ball high. 1-1 to count. Bree Corus, the senior. The wind-up, the delivery, a swing and a miss. To right to 1-2. So, Gearhart is just one pitch away from the Jays getting their 13th win of the year and their 4th in the Hoosier North Conference. And the pitch is in there, strike 3 called. So they get out of the inning. There were no runs on one hit, no errors, and one left. And so the final score will read the Winamac Warriors 8 and the North Judson Sanpere Blue Jays 0. And we'll talk with the coaches. We'll have the statistical story for you. We'll have the play of the game and the player of the game. All of that coming up on our Collins Insurance postgame show after this timeout.